Hello, hi, hope you're well. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about silence. The video is about learning, so this silent topic is for the learning purposes. I want to talk about silence, the power of silence. We could call it the spirit of silence, what silence does. So I'm going to start by saying silence is equivalent to shutting your mouth, keeping your mouth shut. Sometimes silence saves you from getting into trouble, especially when something that is being done is something that will make you to react irrationally. If you take a step back, calm down, or have a review of it, you could decide to be silent rather than taking a drastic action. So silence could be is equivalent to keeping quiet. Silence bring a sense of comfort. Sometimes when something happen and it really touches you, some people go into their shell. Some will be indoor for months, for days. Maybe some people, for example, when some people fail their exam, it's not everyone that will jump up and jump down and start screaming. Some will just kind of get withdrawn. They go into the room, they don't eat, we'll see that sign of being withdrawn from them, and people start getting concerned to know, and they will know that there's something has happened to them. So it kind of make people will see what you're going through. Like I said, it brings it brings about a sense of comfort. When people are being rude as well, most of the time they are silent. It's a sense of comfort for them, and they're reflecting on things as well. Silence is necessary when you need to be strong. Like I said, when people are bereaved, when they fail exam, when things they are expecting did not work well, contract did not get working, a lot of things happen. People tend to use silence. You see them, they are being silent. It's not everyone that you start be screaming, hey, or saying. Some will just be having it every time. They will be having that deep breath. They will be signing like, hmm. They are silent, but a lot is going on in the inner mind. They are silent. So silence is necessary when you need to be strong, when you need to protect your boundaries as well. You can put silence in sometimes when you have friends or people that will make you to they will trigger you from who you are to for people to see another side of you that you don't like. For example, being angry, you could use that silence as at that time to walk your way through. You could use it to set a boundary, because when they now do that thing and you decide to be quiet, keep quiet, they wouldn't be able to go further because you're not giving them a response. You've actually used your silence um to show them this is the limit. You can't pass through this way. If you keep talking back to them, you're giving them more access to yourself. So silence does work in that way. When you need to protect your brokenness as well, silence is used to protect your brokenness. When people are broken, in so many ways, people could be broken. They use that to protect it all so that they don't get broken. If they know, if I respond to so person, this is what they're going to use it for. They're going to use it against me. They decide to be silent. You will see that even some people, when they are being caught by some law enforcement, they would say you have the right to remain silent. That whatever you say will be used against you. So some would decide to go silent because they don't want their words to be used against them. Whatever word they use, if they say yes, they'll use it against them. If they say no, they'll use it against them. So they just keep quiet and not respond. So it's used as it's also used as a form of yes or no. Sometimes you would notice that sometimes some people will say, "Oh, should I take your silence as a yes?" Some people will now decide that they want to read your body language to take that as a yes or no. Okay, silence can also be a very powerful way of being with a broken person or someone who is going through a tough time, emotional time. If someone is bereaved, someone is being dumped, jilted, or loss of jobs, loss of contracts, something that is just not what they are expecting. So whoever that wants to be with them might also be using the same silence to be with them, because if you talk too much, is the person will just look at you as a nuisance and might even ask for to be excused. But if you can also work with that silence, you could be with them, that once in a while you tend to speak to them just to get their reaction or to give them away from a deep thinking. So you can use people that can be, you can also use the silent as a power to be with those who are being deep in thought, or who are being bereaved, people who are silent as well. And as you know this, and people used to say that silent is the golden rules, you have the right to remain silent, whatever you say will be used against you, blah blah blah. And also silence is sometimes better than words. Sometimes you want to say you are not in agreement with something, the way you said it will be used against you, and that's not what you mean. Sometimes you just keep quiet. Even when you keep quiet, some people will read meanings to your being keep quiet, keeping quiet. But it's better you don't even utter a word. So sometimes silence works better. It sometimes is better than words to be silent. Silence speak volumes when you don't recognize or acknowledge or refuse to understand what people are saying. You could use silence to just like you don't want to recognize what they are saying, you don't want to acknowledge what they are saying, or you don't understand what they're saying. So some people, I work with a non-verbal person, and if I ask question and it doesn't respond, I also know that okay, he doesn't have better understanding of what I'm saying, that he doesn't understand, he has no clue of what I'm saying. So silence also is a form of way for people, for us to know that this person might not understand what we're saying, or it's not in better understanding of what we're saying. You might need to find another way of passing the message across. That's another thing with silence. And also, silence speak through the heart when it's too painful to talk. When it's too painful to talk, some people, because they will hold on to themselves, they won't say anything. Also, it's a way of speaking, saying that I'm hurt. I can't speak right now. Sometimes when someone does something to me, or I'm in a mood, that's a mood, yeah, and I can say I don't want to say anything. I want to be alone. You know, they already know that I need that period for myself. I just want to be silent. I just want everywhere to be silent. I want to have a deep think. Or they ask me question, I'm just looking at them. When they say twice and I don't say anything, they know they will just walk away, shut the door, give me some time. Silence works, and they know people need that time too. Silence is tough, but confronting the truth is tougher. People say that silence is strong, but confronting the truth is tougher. Is tougher, but it's not all the truth that you can confront. Sometimes you have to use silence to calm yourself down. After a while, that you've really calm, you've really grab yourself, then you can confront the truth because you're calm. So when they say silence is strong, but confronting the truth is stronger. Don't confront the truth all the time with your mood. You might need to be silent first, have a think of it, sleep on it, and you might find a better and calmer way to confront the truth. Meaning the way you confront the truth matters. So some people they will be buried in themselves, they will not be happy, and all that. Some people take silence as their priorities as well. So you should be able to tell. And I would say that silence projects strength and authority. Sometimes when people that when they are silent, we know when our parents really keep quiet and they do mm, we know what it means, that they are having a deep, they're thinking in another direction that you are not thinking. You know that you will need to give them some time. Then you might not have to go to them later and say, "Are you okay?" They might nod and say yes. Or they might say, "Sit down, let me have a word with you." because they're having a deep thought. Those are the points I want to bring out about silent. Like, as they used to say that silence is better than you just approaching things irrationally, roughly, and not that. And like, as anyone is caught or whatever, they will say your words will be, you have the right to remain silent because anything you say will be used against you. Some people keep quiet because of what they will say, because wherever they say is always being used against them. Most times, yeah. And for me, space work for me. If I think that things are not really, that person is really getting on my ways and whatever, I just give space, and that space is silent for me. I give space so they will tend to notice that this person has withdrawn. I don't care if they notice it. That's mine. I don't care if you notice it, but yeah, space works for me. And then later, once I've had enough this, and then I can have a word with the person, or the way I approach any question the person passes to me quietly, and they will know that yeah, I'm putting a boundary to some relationship, or the way they approach me or what they've done previously is not really acceptable by me. So those are the powers of silence I want to bring out. Hope you've learned something. Let me know how you undo silence. Do you also use that as a powerful tools as well? Has it been helpful to you in one way or the other, or you're just learning that right now? And let me know other points of silence that I would love to learn as well. And if you have watched this stage and you haven't liked the video, please like the video right now. Share if you can for me, please. It will help the channel to gain traction. I really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe as well. And with this, I've come to the end of the video, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.